Have you ever noticed that the people who impress us the most rarely look like they're trying to impress us? They don't walk into a room announcing how busy they are. They don't constantly remind everyone how hard they worked. They don't explain every sacrifice, every late night, every obstacle, every detail. They simply show up, and somehow, the results speak for themselves. That is the quiet power of making your accomplishments seem effortless. Now, let's be clear, effortless does not mean easy. In fact, most things that look effortless are built on a mountain of effort that no one saw. The singer who sounds natural has practiced scales for years. The athlete who moves smoothly has repeated the same drill thousands of times. The speaker who seems relaxed on stage has probably rewritten their talk again and again. The leader who makes calm decisions under pressure has survived enough chaos to stop panicking in public. Effortless is not the absence of work. Effortless is the art of not dragging everyone through the work with you. And this matters because people are not only judging what you achieve, they are also judging the emotional experience of being around you while you achieve it. If every success comes with complaints, drama, stress, and a long speech about how difficult it was, people may respect the work, but they may not feel inspired by it. But when you deliver something excellent with calm confidence, people think, wow, they're good. That impression is powerful. So how do you make your accomplishments seem effortless without pretending, lying, or hiding who you are? First, stop narrating every struggle. There is a difference between being honest and over-explaining. You do not need to tell everyone how exhausted you are. You do not need to list every problem you solved. You do not need to prove that your success was difficult enough to deserve praise. Sometimes, the more you explain the effort, the smaller the accomplishment feels. Think about a magician. The wonder comes from not seeing every mechanism behind the trick. If the magician stops after every move and says, "That part was really hard, by the way," the magic disappears. Your work is similar. Let people see the finished performance. Let them feel the impact. Let the result carry some mystery. Second, prepare so deeply that calm becomes natural. People who seem effortless are usually not improvising as much as they appear to be. They have prepared so well that they can relax. Preparation creates ease. If you know your material, you don't have to cling to notes. If you have practiced the conversation, you don't have to panic. If you have built strong systems, you don't have to rush at the last second. If you have done the repetitions, your confidence has somewhere to stand. The goal is not to look casual because you care less. The goal is to look calm because you cared earlier. That is a major difference. Amateurs try to look effortless by winging it. Professionals look effortless because they did the work before anyone was watching. Third, let your excellence have clean edges. Effortless accomplishment is often about presentation. A great result can feel messy if the delivery is messy. If you send a brilliant report with sloppy formatting, it looks rushed. If you give a strong presentation but apologize through the whole thing, it feels weak. If you complete an impressive project but hand it over with confusion, people remember the confusion. Clean delivery matters. This does not mean everything has to be perfect. It means the experience should feel controlled. Be clear, be concise, be organized, be on time. Know what you are handing over. Know what you want people to notice. Remove unnecessary friction. Sometimes the difference between they worked hard and they're incredible is simply how smoothly the final result is presented. Fourth, stop seeking immediate validation. One of the fastest ways to make an accomplishment feel less effortless is to chase applause too quickly. You finish something and instantly ask, "Was that good?" You make a contribution and immediately explain why it was valuable. You solve a problem and wait for someone to notice, then become irritated if they don't. That energy gives away insecurity. Instead, practice letting the result breathe. Submit the work, make the point, perform the task, close the deal, finish the project, then pause. You do not have to beg the room to recognize what just happened. Confidence often looks like trusting people to notice. And even if they don't notice immediately, that's okay. Quiet excellence compounds. Over time, people begin to associate you with reliability, skill, and calm execution. Fifth, choose your reveals carefully. Making accomplishments seem effortless does not mean hiding everything forever. Sometimes sharing your process is valuable. It can teach others, build trust, or show the depth behind your work. but timing matters. If you reveal the struggle before the result lands, it can sound like complaining. If you reveal it after the result is appreciated, it can sound like wisdom. For example, saying, "This was extremely difficult and I barely survived it," before presenting your work creates tension. But saying later, "One thing that helped was preparing for the hardest scenario in advance," turns your effort into insight. The same facts, delivered differently, create a completely different impression. So don't dump the backstage chaos onto the audience. Curate the lesson. Sixth, make composure part of your skill set. Composure is underrated. People remember the person who stays steady when everyone else spirals. They remember the person who can handle pressure without spreading panic. They remember the person who can be tired without becoming careless, busy without becoming rude, and ambitious without becoming desperate. Composure does not mean you never feel stress. It means stress does not get to drive. You can be nervous and still speak clearly. You can be overwhelmed and still prioritize. You can be challenged and still remain respectful. You can be under pressure and still move with intention. This is what makes people seem graceful. Not because life is easy for them, but because they have trained themselves not to make every difficulty visible. Seventh, avoid turning hard work into your whole identity. Some people accidentally become attached to being seen as busy, tired, and overworked. They believe if people don't see the struggle, they won't respect the result. But here's the truth. Being constantly overwhelmed is not the same as being effective. If you always look exhausted, people may assume you are dedicated, but they may also assume you are disorganized, unsupported, or unsustainable. The highest level is not, "Look how much this cost me." The highest level is, "I can handle this." That doesn't mean you should deny reality or refuse help. It means you don't have to turn every achievement into proof of suffering. Let your identity be built around impact, not exhaustion. Eighth, develop a signature of ease. This is about how people experience you. Maybe your signature is that your work is always clear. Maybe it's that you stay calm in meetings. Maybe it's that you deliver early. Maybe it's that you explain complex things simply. Maybe it's that you never make people feel stupid for asking questions. Maybe it's that you solve problems without creating new ones. When people can describe your excellence in one sentence, your reputation becomes stronger. He makes complicated things simple. She always comes prepared. They never panic. He delivers without drama. She makes everything feel under control. That is the kind of reputation that makes accomplishments seem effortless. Ninth, remember that silence can be elegant. Not every win needs a post. Not every milestone needs a speech. Not every achievement needs to be turned into a personal brand moment. There is power in moving quietly. Of course, you should advocate for yourself. You should make sure your contributions are visible in the right rooms. You should not let people take credit for your work. But visibility and noise are not the same thing. You can be visible through consistency. You can be visible through excellence. You can be visible through strategic communication. You can be visible by making sure the right people understand the value you created. You don't have to broadcast every step to everyone. Sometimes the most impressive thing is a person who simply keeps becoming better without constantly announcing the transformation. 10th, do not confuse effortless with emotionless. This is important. Making accomplishments seem effortless does not mean becoming cold, detached, or robotic. People still connect with warmth. They still appreciate enthusiasm. They still want to see that you care. The goal is not to erase your humanity. The goal is to remove unnecessary strain from the performance. You can be passionate without being frantic. You can be proud without being arrogant. You can be transparent without oversharing. You can be ambitious without looking desperate. You can admit something was challenging without making struggle the headline. Effortless accomplishment is really about elegance. It is the elegance of preparation, the elegance of restraint, the elegance of emotional control, the elegance of letting the work shine brighter than the struggle behind it. So the next time you accomplish something meaningful, resist the urge to immediately explain how hard it was. Let the results stand. Let people experience the clarity, the quality, the impact. If they ask how you did it, answer simply. If the moment calls for it, share the lesson. But don't hand over every bruise, every doubt, every late night, every tiny battle. Some of that belongs to you. Because the truth is, the world does not need to see every ounce of effort for your effort to matter. The hours still count. The discipline still counts. The sacrifice still counts. The growth still counts, even if no one saw it. And when the result finally appears smooth, polished, and calm, that does not make the work less real. It makes the work complete. That is the secret. Do the hard things. Do them with intention. Prepare more than people expect. Complain less than people anticipate. Deliver cleaner than people are used to. And carry yourself as if excellence belongs in your hands. Not because you were born effortless, but because you practiced until effort became invisible.